Oh, there it is. There's two of them. There's two of them.
Where are they?
Look. Look. Oh, they change colors. Oh, my God.
Lifestyle gaming.
What the muck is up, everyone? Well, as you can tell, you actually saw one of my reactions, which is pretty cool. I've never been able to capture something like that. I'm sorry for the lack of quality. I've never done anything like that, like I just said, so it was kind of difficult to do that. It took me a lot of time to kind of just figure out that little piece, but I really wanted to get the video out there just because of the fact I'm kind of excited about this Ponyta. Wow. I mean, it looks like My Little Pony. Like, they just plucked it straight from out of there and threw it right in the game and said, there you guys go. Kind of cool. I'm kind of excited to see it, play with it myself, and see what it actually evolves into. Obviously, we know it evolves into Rapidash. That's a no-brainer, but what is Rapidash going to actually look like? So, kind of excited about that. What I have to say is absolutely amazing about this is I like how they presented this. They took something as if you went online and looked at space or the ocean or Africa and just stared at the live camera for hours. So I thought it was cool that they took that into consideration and did something like that. Little disappointed that they didn't throw in, like, you know, some Pokemon that we already knew just perched on items, or the mushrooms, the ground, anything like that. That's the only thing that I was a little disappointed in, but other than that, this was actually really cool and it was actually worthwhile watching. When I was doing my fight on Fridays, I just had it on the side and glanced at it and had the volume up just to see what was going on. Kind of disappointed because I actually did miss the full Ponyta, the one coming out, because I actually fell asleep. But nevertheless, I got to catch the ending of it. I have to say, though, this is probably going to be one of the coolest Pokemon that they have. Normally, I'm not excited about alternate forms because when they came out with it in Gen 5, I really didn't care so much. And then when they wound up doing it and giving the Pokemon different typing, I said, alright, so it adds a little bit to battle, but I didn't care so much. But for some reason, I kind of like this. And I don't know if it's because it's cool or if it's because, sadly, I'll say it, it's kind of cute. I kind of want it on my team, so we're going to see how it goes. But people keep throwing in their speculation, so I'm actually going to add in mine how I think what it may or may not be. So, obviously, as a starter, yes, it looks fairy type. I mean, we can see that based on the coloring and stuff like that, but there's something that we can't always go on because we'll think something looks like it, but the Pokemon Company does something completely different. So everyone's saying that it might be fairy and ghost, which I can kind of see that. I could see where it might be fairy and ghost type, but if you guys want me to be completely honest, I think they might be going a different route and surprising us like they have in the past. It might just be one type, and I think it might just be fairy type. I could be wrong. We don't know what it could be. We only have speculation and guessing. People are saying fairy and ghost. You know, for all we know, it might be something random like fairy and water. I mean, we've seen something random like that with Volcanion where they decided to do fire and then water, an odd typing, but we just don't know. My honest gut instinct, though, is I think it might just be pure fairy, but if I had to pick another type to go with it, I would say either ghost or maybe just something random, like I just said, maybe water for some odd reason, but we won't know until we get this Pokemon. I'm actually very excited to see this Pokemon and actually use it on my team because chances are I will use it. And to be honest, it's going to be the first form Pokemon I will ever use in my game series. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting, and I'm very curious what its shiny form is going to be like. One thing I did want to point out, though, if you look at the top left photo that I have right here, for some reason, the second one doesn't have a tail. And I'm kind of curious why. One thing that I might throw out there, obviously I might be wrong, I don't know, just kind of brainstorming here, but might be determined on the sex. Maybe the males or the females have no tails and the males do or don't. I'm kind of thinking that if they do something like that, and my prediction might be right or wrong or whatever, my prediction is that maybe that might actually be the female, because in nature, most of the time, the males are always prettier than the females, just so they can attract their mate. So I'm curious to see if I actually might be right on this. and be my first Pokemon prediction that's actually right and recorded to be right. But we just have to wait and see. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to show you a couple of these images. I wanted to show you the gameplay, and I also wanted to show you my reaction toward it, because for once, I actually got something like that. And on the side note, guys, once again, I'm sorry I went on a hiatus again. Unfortunately, it's because I got kicked out of my apartment. I got a new apartment, and me and my girlfriend are going to figure out a perfect streaming schedule. Sundays, I can tell you right here, right now, I won't be streaming, and if I do, it would be a rare case. But, hey guys, I just gotta say, Lifestyle Gaming is actually going to be back. Alright guys, unfortunately that's it for me, and like always, happy hunting. Peace.